game like this, given what the story kind of seems like, you're a robot that's keep trying to evolve to satisfy its creator's wishes. A game like that, you'd think it'd be pretty dark, but colors are nice. Colors are really bright. Alright, here's the next one. Gotta deal with the guy in the air. Alright. Try to get that guy in the air. Oh, and I wasn't able to jump with it. Load it up. Try to get a higher score. Change it up so that my score doesn't go down. I don't know if changing it up actually helps your score in this game particularly or not. I targeted the wrong character. It does have targeting in here. I just forgot to turn it on. And the music is pretty good. It does get you kind of pumped up here. Alright, next one. Yeah, we do want an additional flux charge. I think that's a strike that it throws up. Let's see, what other treasures can we get here? Yeah. A lot that can be discovered here. Alright, and here's a little section I like. Here I believe there's little goodies lying around. You can explore this side of the map even though there's no actual combat. Here is the buff that gives you some kind of downside. If you get hit... Oh, you heal. And then you also take damage. I'm going to choose the crit chance. Because I'm just not going to plan not to get hit, right? And in a game like this, you really don't want to get hit anyways. So that's kind of the best one I can grab there. But yeah, in some of the runs, some of the iterations, you'll see places like this and they'll have a bunch of stuff lying around that you can pick up. It'll help you out. So it's definitely worth exploring, even if the maps are a little tight. Actually, does this side have anything? No. Alright, next one. Oh, there's a flying one. You want to handle that first? Well, in my opinion, I'd like to handle it first. Try to select... Yep. Selected the wrong one. Again. Okay. Once you handle the flyers, this kind of level, these levels become a lot easier. Even if you get a little overwhelmed without the flying guys, it's doable. Here's this guy ultimate. He just has a big fat strike. Another flyer.
Your siblings were no match.
Alright, and there we go. What's next? Oh, you get a little drone here. This is one of my favorite ones, getting the drone. The little companion. Although I do get confused sometimes whether it's my drone or the enemies. On to the next map. Always want to check to make sure there's nothing that's spawned in there. And you get a little parkour here if you end up exploring. Like this section. It's not that crazy, but I imagine in the... Oh, I got stuck. Imagine in the full game there will be some extra parkour. Can't go that way.
I shall enjoy your victory.
Alright, dealt with that one kind of quickly. And there it is. That drone is my drone, not the enemy's drone. And there's the enemy's drone. Gonna try to R1, hit him from the air. There we go. Dealt with that pretty nicely. Gonna go ahead, finish this out. Shouldn't cause me too much trouble. It's gonna be a little tedious to deal with all these guys. Oh, well. And here I got hit. I think this might be the end of this run. I survived that. I got hit terribly, but I did survive it. Okay, and here we are at the final phase of the demo. Where the lady who's hiding you away from the actual guy, the creator, she will present you a challenge here and give you some help, a little buff here.
I might have just what you need.
Story-wise, I think we're gonna end up fighting her. I think she's gonna turn out to actually be evil and just against the other guy, not actually in our favor. I'm gonna grab some health here because I am low, and I'm gonna grab a universal buff. And we're gonna grab a buff here for the drone. Sorry about that pause there, I'm trying to talk slowly. Now that she gave us our little buffs here, she's going to teleport us. And here we are, the final challenge for the demo. Pretty short demo, but it is fun to redo it considering the roguelike aspects. Played a couple hours of the demo. I changed the last bit of what I had for some more health. And here we go. Final guys. Once again, want to deal with the airborne characters personally. There we go. Go with that. And this part actually gets incredibly hard because sometimes there will be bosses that do like AoE attacks that spring out. They feel a lot like Returnal bosses actually if they end up spawning. I don't think they'll spawn in this run. I think I got these teleport guys, but they do feel a lot like Returnal bosses. Yeah, sometimes I'll miss with that. I wish I had a little bit of tracking. There we go. Okay. And it's just a matter of constantly dodging and constantly fighting, seeing what I can get done here. Trying to perfectly time these dodges so I get the extra little buff. And cycling through my characters. Alright, you deal with that. There we go. Big strike. Another flyer. Want to handle the flyers primarily. There we go. Hey, and we hit A. And I'm gonna lose it because I'm not hitting that guy for anything. Okay, my drone got him. Went down. Took a hit there. Dealing with all the little guys. I think another big teleporty guy is gonna teleport. I mean, spawn in. Though it might not. Yeah, that guy got stuck there. Hopefully they'll patch that up. And I'm stuck here too now. We're just gonna let my drone handle that. Okay, here we go. He hopped back up. Okay. And that is it. Then you go back to the actual run. But in this demo, this is where it's gonna end here. And it's gonna give me a score. It's gonna tell me how I did overall. Very Devil May Cry here. It's loading a lot. I don't know if any of this stuff is actually stuff or just filler here, so that way it buys time for the loading screen.
Beautiful.
Oh, I got an S. I'm surprised by that. But yeah, once you finish this, you gotta ahead and wishlist the demo. And that's what I wanted to show you guys on a run there. And now here, let me give my thoughts, but let me see real quick if I can go back to the actual beginning. Here we are. Yeah, so there's a lot I do like about it. I mentioned some of the things that I really liked. I liked how the combat felt. Even if it feels like it's missing just one more button there, it still feels really good, especially with the being able to switch. I can't wait to see the other guys because it looks like there's 4 slots here. He heals with heavy characters, and she's able to do quick, swift damage. I'm sure I'm gonna get like a ranged character or something else that's really cool. The colors are vibrant and the graphics look great. Right now I'm playing on my PC and I'm getting a lot of FPS. Nothing like actually insane, but I am getting quite a bit here. And then while you're testing through here, it goes ahead and gives you some stuff that you'll be able to see in the actual game. Here's where I think we're going to get more roguelite stuff. I believe it's roguelite if you actually get to keep the buffs throughout the run. But that's mainly what I like. I do like how the maps feel like the Returnal maps. I feel like they drew a lot of inspiration from like Devil May Cry and Returnal. Feels like one game. Devil May Cry aspect in terms of battling, and Returnal in terms of map design and boss design, that sort of stuff there. There are some things that I don't like about the game. The load times. That's my main gripe. The load times feel a little much. Hopefully, instead of trying to make the game look any better, they work on those load times. Because the way it looks right now, it looks great. I think even if I play this on PS5, if it comes to PS5, I'm not sure if it will. But if it does come to like console, I think the way the game looks right now, incredible. Vibrant colors, great design, nice detail. Just work on optimizing the game, making the load times faster. Another thing that might get a little annoying is the character enemy design. In the demo, they only showed a bit. I'm sure there's going to be more. But all it felt like throughout the demo is they were just throwing more of the same characters at me. Like 10 of the little guys that can jump and like 2 of the big buff guys with the shield. It just felt like they were throwing the same characters there. It's just a demo, so I'm going to let that slide because I imagine in the actual game there'll be a lot more, so that way it doesn't feel stale, like I'm just trying to get through more and more guys. That is one thing that I'm worried about while going through a run, that it might just feel like it's getting tedious instead of feeling fun. And another thing, one more thing about optimization or the design. Sometimes I was doing a combo when I was playing the demo for like 2 hours. I was doing a combo and the game couldn't keep up with the combo. I was using the triangle, I was using the circle, and then I was switching, and then I was switching back, and I was trying to do a whole combo, and the combo worked. I got the damage off and I didn't get hit, but the camera, the screen itself actually could not keep up with the combo that I was doing, even though the game actually ran that combo. So that's one of my other concerns there. And then the final thing, and this might just be a skill issue on my end, the targeting. I wish there was a way I could target a little better, because sometimes I want to target the flying drones and I can't. It ends up targeting one of the small guys, or I try to target the big guy. I feel like I'm looking right at him with the camera and it ends up targeting one of the small guys. That's another thing that I didn't like. Now that might just be me, but it is possible that the game might be able to improve on that. But that's all I wanted to say. I just want to show you guys a run. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I played the demo for a couple hours and I had a lot of fun. I think I might have played it more if it wasn't for the fact that it was Summer Next Fest, is that what it's called? And I wanted to try a bunch of other demos. Alright, overall, I really like the game. Love how it looks. I'm excited, looking forward to it. I hope you do end up trying the demo and also give your feedback to the developers. I said it was published by Ubisoft, but I'm pretty sure it's being developed by a different company or a different team. So hopefully they can take some feedback and just make the game play better. That's really all they got to do. In terms of what they have here, it feels great. It feels amazing. All they need is just make it run better, and I think they got a real banger here. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. And let me know if you have any recommendations for me, any other demos to try. I'm always down to try something free, you know? See y'all.